Hi everyone, this is Planastic Tautology, and this is the final Final Fantasy 1 stream here on Final Fantasy Feast, where I go through every non-MMO numerical Final Fantasy. After a very long preamble, which involved getting a boat and then sailing around what is basically a sea in order to get access to the wider world. We have lit all 4 crystals, and we are now well on our way to killing Chaos. And by well on our way, I mean, if I recall correctly, I saved right outside of Cornelia, and I did. And as you can see, all specced up, so much money. Tons of items. Sort everything, just to be safe. And, like, there are still items inside the place. Because now, we go back here. I would say to where it all began, but we began literally right outside, you know, Cornelia. Sorry, I'm coming down from having to deal with all the technical problems because it made me really upset. Okay. Well, now we've saved outside the Temple of Chaos, and in we go. And of course, there are friggin' nothing enemies that we'll be able to defeat in around each. Like, I'm sorry, we're almost doing 1,000 damage. That's silly. This is why I like in some newer games, I forget which series does this the most, but if you out-level an area, you just don't encounter things. A potion that hits the floor. Okay. Oh. Curse of the Fiends changed us into these forms and prevented us from speaking. The light of the crystals enabled us to speak again. But you're still bats. We are sky people. We came to this shrine in our attempt to locate the source of the world's ruin. That was 400 years ago. The power the 4 fiends absorbed from the crystals was being fed into the past by the black crystal. The one distorting the beautiful light of the crystals is the one we've been looking for all along. The true root of all evil lies just ahead. Well, let's do it to it. You focus the light of the 4 shining crystals, fire, earth, water, and wind, on the black crystal. The flow of time surges and space begins to warp. Just one step forward and you will travel back 2,000 years in time. Any reference to the exact number 2,000 years just makes me think of Conan O'Brien's long-running bit of in the year 2000. Well, now we're in the place. The exit is blocked, funnily enough. But would be really funny if it wasn't, and we could just explore the world of the past. That'd be funny. Huh. That's a lot of different staircases, and we can only access 2 of them? Interesting. That's interesting. So, like, I will hand it to it. Like, having time travel and going back in time to deal with, you know, a causality loop, I dig it. That's neat. But yeah, let's see. You know what? Let's try going in that down staircase first. Huh? Black Flan. Okay. I'll just cast Holy. It's fine. I have an absurd amount of ethers on me. I'm just gonna cast magic with Wild Abandon. Pillar doesn't say anything. It would have been cool if it said something. All right. Cast Shine Basement 1. Oh, hello. That's a lot of large fellas. What's in the basement, eh? Huh. Honestly, wasn't expecting there to be a basement. Huh. I don't know, I'm pretty hard on this game, but I guess that's just, like, with the knowledge of what comes after. Which is unfair, I will fully admit. Like, for the ground it's setting, you can see a lot of what gets brought forward. Like, I'm so glad encounter rates get lowered. But like the fact that fighter or warrior becomes paladin, thief becomes ninja. The you know, the mages into wizards, that's, you know, kind of whatever. That doesn't really go anywhere. Sorry to say. But like the through lines going forward are very visible. Sorry, I'm also thinking about the fact that, oh, huh, interesting. Surprising no one. Like, ooh, I'm going to spoil a game that's older than I am. Chaos is Garland. You know, the first boss you fight. So, like, not only is it the recurrence of Garland as a thing, but it's also the recurrence of, very specifically, like, as Graham Stark put it in his explaining Final Fantasy to Magic the Gathering players video. Regular dude goes crazy, becomes existential threat, and transforms into, like, big demon creature thing. Chaos is Garland. Again, deeply unsurprisingly. How'd that put me there? That's weird. Anyway. Green dragons. I don't think I fought you at all. But it's, you know, there are a lot of through lines while it's very obvious that, like, you know, Final Fantasy does crib a lot right from Dungeons and Dragons and the Monster Manual in particular. And, like, But, like, you know, you see elves and dwarves and humans, in addition to, you know, what other stuff there is. So, like, you know, you just have these various fantasy races just there. And, you know, it's nice that that's there from the start. Like, I don't know, like, I'm gonna feel a little weird when I do eventually play Tactics, because my first Tactics game was Advance, where there's more than humans. And, you know, it's a little bit of a bummer that you know, from what I understand, Tactics is just humans. But yeah, like, I don't know, there's a lot of clear groundwork here. And I'm, you know, and as we heard from last week from Retro Gamer, you know, in 2 you get the first Cid, you get Chocobos. What was the other thing you get? But, like, you know, this isn't the only Final Fantasy game where you get a personal boat. This isn't the only Final Fantasy game where you get a magical MacGuffin to let you breathe underwater. I'm not gonna go in there yet. Is there any treasure at all on this floor? Oh, there just isn't. Okay. Sure. But, like, you know, it's fun seeing the through lines. It's something I enjoy looking for in anything, really. I like seeing how things were influenced and what they later influenced. That is... Ooh, Death Eye. I'm gonna try Diaja real quick, and then I'm gonna... Oh, right! They're all immune to insta-death, and it died in one hit. Okay, sure. Oh, there's treasure here. Hello. Elixir. As usual, Thief taking the most fucking damage. And dying. Of course. That would be too easy. There we go. Let's throw down another Healaja. And a Flare for funsies. But yeah, like, I don't know, the through lines are cool. It's fun seeing all that stuff. And like, it's going to be really interesting seeing what the immediate follow-up takes away from this. Because, like, Final Fantasy II was not brought to the States until, God, literally the Dawn of Souls remake for Final Fantasy, the Dawn of Souls remake, the Dawn of Souls PlayStation discs. Ooh, Crystal Prelude. Okay, stairs. Well, ladder. Hello. But yeah, like, the Crystal Prelude is in this game. And that's a motif that is... I just looked at my watch to check what year it is. I'm tired. That motif is nearly 40 years old. Like, you gotta hand it to him. You know? Like, you do, in fact, have to hand it to him. God, Fall Fantasy is going to be 30 years old in 2 years. 40. It's going to be 40 in 2 years, which also means I'm 40 in 4 years. I'm normal. I'm normal. Oh, I'm normal. I'm normal. I'm very normal about the concept of aging. I'm so normal about it. Don't worry about it. I'm so normal. Well, hey, actually, in other news that is great for me, but potentially not great for the stream, is that I did not get a job rejection in my email today. I got a, hey, we're having seminars over Microsoft Teams tomorrow, and you should attend. Well, it doesn't say you should attend. It says these are wholly optional and do not affect your chance at a job. Which I am willing to trust just because they're also going to email all the applicants the pre-record. But you bet your sweet bippy I will be there. And... Oh! Hello! I'm over here now. I see. Fancy. It is to be a light rail operator with sound transit, which is genuinely very exciting. No one has... My oldest friends are almost as long as my transition. We're not going to think too hard about that. But when I was a very little kid, my, dream job was to be a train engineer. And that's mostly because of Thomas the Tank Engine, aka the Railway series, which in America was within the framing device of Shining Time Station. But no, I'm genuinely... I would love to be a train engineer or like a train driver. Are you fucking kidding me? That's the coolest shit on earth. So, like, I would... I really want this job. Mostly because I kind of need a job. To try and, you know, make a livable wage off of streaming would admittedly take a lot of time and hard work that I am willing to put in, but I need to pay rent and electricity and, you know, things like that. So I would like to be a light rail operator. 'Cause also it's a government job. You know, I'll happily do that shit. But yeah, like, God, that'd be cool. Yay. Like, it is genuinely really funny re-encountering these things. Mostly because, you know, their stats are nowhere near altered. Like, this is just, these are the same enemies. And, like, yeah, the golems are kind of beefy. Both literally and metaphorically. But, you know. Wait, is there treasure in here? Or is this just a big empty room again? I'd love to know what that thing is. I'm gonna level up so much just in my time in this dungeon. It's very funny. Like, it's the final dungeon, and I'm still gonna, like, massively out-level everything. I wonder how quickly we can kill Chaos. It's just a little patch of grass for, like, no reason. That's weird. I love when Flea misses. That's so funny. Also, like, I do have to say, for, like... Yeah, like, obviously things in a remake, you know, you're not limited by low character counts for fields and whatnot. But, like, even for what it was at the time, incredibly impressive. That, like, this is as fully featured of a game as it is. Like, it is genuinely impressive that, like, you get multiple tiers of, like, various healing spells, and that, like, the classes can prestige, and, like, it can remember how many spell slots you've used, and, like, all this stuff, like... This is genuinely incredibly well thought out. And well built for what it is. BTFO? I don't know what that means. I'm old. Also, I'm just bad at acronyms. You know this, Paul. Oh, blown the fuck out. Yeah, I mean, like... Right, that was the other thing that Final Fantasy II has. Final Fantasy II has Ultima. Eh, that took a few turns. That was at least a bit more of a challenge than the first time. I'm gonna mute, but keep playing so I can answer a phone call. And I'm back. Sorry for the quiet chat. I'm annoyed by the phone call I got. Because I applied for a debt consolidation loan, and I got denied for having too much debt. So, you know, normal financial institution crap that is annoying me. All right, let me equip that protect cloak. Goes under shield. Honestly, the one invention I cannot wait for is menus looping around when you go to the top. That is one of the greatest things to ever be put in a video game. Elixir. Oh, you have to go, but you'll be working. You'll be lurking, Paul. Yeah, you definitely have to go and, I guess, play something on the Super Nintendo. Paul Henderson. Nah, it's fine. I'm just teasing you, but it is very funny seeing that notification. Oh, yeah, no. Honestly, a big reason why we've done very little VR stuff is from just the sheer nausea. Like, especially as someone who wears glasses. Just nausea and headache. Like, there used to be a Sega GameWorks downtown. I believe it reopened, but for a period of time there, it was, unfortunately, a NFT museum. Ugh. And that was they had a like an arcade setup for Beat Saber. And like Beat Saber's a great game, but you cannot play it for too long. As much as I would love to. I already have a protect ring. Thanks, though. God, I'm gonna get so many fucking dupes of things. I don't know, like, honestly, like, there's a world in which I get really into VR chat, because that's how a lot of furries hang out. And honestly, as a plural system, it would be really nice to be able to have, like, a bunch of different avatars that each suit us. But also, like, there's only so long I'd be able to do that. Like, my eyes just keep getting worse year after year. Ah, you love to see it. Just really easy defeats. Okay, cool. My mic is picking up the helicopter that's flying overhead for no fucking reason. Gotta love the year 2025, right? I already have a Sasuke's blade. That is so funny. It is actually hilarious that I now have two of them. Two of them. But yeah, like, that's why the Final Fantasy XIV relic is named Sasuke's Blades. That's that hoo-hoo Naruto reference. Since, you know, Final Fantasy as a concept predates Naruto. God, almost level 50. Like, I'm willing to bet the level cap in this game is still 100. God, those are such low numbers. It's genuinely hilarious. Let's just throw out a Healaga for funsies. Me? Blizzaga. Yeah, like, cool that there's, like, extra treasure in here, but also, like, whew, the encounter rate is still jacked. All right. Right in the doorway. It literally broke 1,000! Let's go! I was genuinely not expecting it to go over 1,000. I thought it might cap at like 999. Only because old game. Okay, I'm in front of it, and now I will heal. Ooh, I'm getting more 7th level spell slots. That's neat. We take those. Do a null. Right. We'll do null all on... we'll do a Proterra, honestly. Okay, that's, like, actually a decent amount of damage. But yeah, let's... you, and then you, and then... We'll throw a Healaga down. Luckily, I do have full life as a spell, which is neat. You know what, let's try Blizzaga, just in case it is weak. It really does depend on the version whether or not she's coded to be weak to ice. Yeah, no. Well, just gonna smack you with Flare, because that's non-elemental. Throw out another Hilaga. Immune to insta-death mechanics! You gotta love it. Hey, there we go. Sick. Well, down another floor we go. Sorry, this is just funny seeing, like, you know, mediocre stuff down here. That's just funny. A... I do appreciate that, like, you know, Ninja gets some amount of functional black magic. Rude. They just need that little nudge over the edge. All right. Well, down I go. Smack down holy. Me? Thundaga. No, there's enough enemies where I can just smack melee. This is fine. Yeah. Like, having Ninja do some of the AoE magic for, like, you know, large packs, that makes sense. But, like, for 3 enemies, who gives a shit? Especially when my nerds are hitting these sorts of numbers, you know? I'm just gonna go. Does not seem there is treasure on this floor. Sorry, I just got my first notification of today's baseball game, and Randy Arozarena hit a 2-run home run, and, you know, that's my boy. I mean, all of the Mariners are my boy. But Randy has been on a tear. Randy Arozarena hit his 100th home run this year. It took a while for number 100 to come, and then when it did, it just bust down the floodgates. And he's just been smacking dingers like nigh constantly. You love to see it. Alright. Ooh, I have 9 spell slots and everything now. Let's go. And I'm level 50, so like everything's gonna just melt. Alright, let's Proterra. Let's just smack you with Thundaga. Oh! That's so much damage! Holy shit! I'm just using some turns to just heal Black Mage. Holy shit. That hit like a literal truck. Let's do it to him. No, let's do a Healaga. Yeah. Or it can just die. Funny. Well, let's heal back up, shall we? And down we go. We are on the air floor. Does Thundaga work on these also? Thundaga. Like, I don't know, that's one of the things I appreciate more about more modern Final Fantasy design is, like, the elemental wheel. Like, 14 wasn't the first with that. 10 got close-ish, honestly, including water as a baseline thing. And, having that available so that, like, fire and, fire and ice oppose and water and lightning oppose? But, like, that was nice, to an extent. But the one thing I genuinely like is, honestly, the elemental wheel. The elemental wheel really does it for me, just in terms of, like, you know, it's just well, it's not rock, paper, scissors. You know, rock, paper, scissors is, rock, paper, scissors is, Fire Emblem, sorry. But, like, having, you know, kind of the straightforward thing of, like, you know, fire beats ice. Ice beats ground. Ground beats electricity, electricity beats water. Well, like, you know, doing the whole thing. I don't remember the exact order. But, like, having, like, a proper elemental wheel is just, like... I don't know, it's satisfying for my brain. It makes it feel a bit more like Pokemon. Like, genuinely, like, I don't have the entire type chart memorized. But, like... I'm 36. I have most of the type chart memorized. There, you know, there have been changes. Ooh, Masamune. Ho! Ho! Now, here's the question. Yeah, no. We're putting you back on Excalibur, dude. And... Oh, you... Ooh, ooh, ooh. You love to see it. Whoo! Whoo! Let's go. Sorry, that's just, like, so sexy. Like, I try not to be, like, huge, like, oh, number go up. But, like, damn, sometimes number go up. You know, sometimes just number go up. And sometimes it's really attractive when number goes up. Oh! Oh! Oh, that was such a big number! Oh! 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 Whew! It is sexy when number go up. Oh! I just love it when number goes up. It's so good. Like, in Final Fantasy XIV, I was never really the sort of person who, like, tried to min-max and stuff like that. Like, genuinely, any changes I made to just improving my responsiveness and nailing my rotation were way more important than me, like, oh, let me suffer doing, Savage Raids, to get a weapon that has slightly more optimal stats. I don't like raiding. I really don't. But like, whew. Like, sometimes you just, like, nail that direct crit in Final Fantasy XIV and number go way up. And it's just like, whoo! Whoo! And you just love to see it. Ooh. Wait. Does sick. Flare spam! I'm so glad I finally have a useful AoE heal. Took 4 fucking ever. Owie. Wow, this one's actually a challenge. Let's go. And by a challenge, I mean it's not taking like 4 turns. There we go. I say that. Every time. That's you. Yeah, you only want to have to heal, really. Okay. We're here. Sure. Dies in 1 hit. Okay. I'm gonna quick save. And honestly, no, I'm not gonna take a break, even though this would be quote-unquote a good time to. But, you know, let's go kill Chaos, shall we? Do you remember me? I was once the most renowned knight of Cornelia. 2,000 years from now, you killed me. I am Garland. Oh, you did defeat me then. But the 4 great forces saved me by sending me back through time. Once here, I sent the 4 fiends into the future, where they shall once again use the 4 great forces to send me into the past. In 2,000 years, I will remember none of this. But I will be reborn again here. So even as you die again and again, I shall return, born again into this endless cycle that I have created. Was that hammy enough? Okay, I'm taking a screenshot of this. That just fucks. Like, as a fight background, that fucks. I mean, to be fair, that is a precedent set for future Final Fantasy Ultimate villains. Alright, let's see. Let's do... Let's just attack. Haste I will put on you. And then I'll do Protera, and then I'll do Saber. Bro out here, orchestrating closed time loops. I do like how you phrase that. That's very funny. Okay. Raises caster's evasion. Raise 1 ally's attack. what else can I do here? Cure silence, cures poison, raise on allies. Okay, let's do a null all on fighter. You flare spam. Well, it's at least multiple digits. Let's put temper on myself. Well, on thief. Let's throw down a Healaga and then flare spam. Oh, that's spicy! Let's do another Healaga. Hell yeah. Let's throw null all on you and then flare. Yeah, of course you cast haste on yourself, you dumb piece of shit. Jesus fuck! Good thing I have full life. Nothing really. Yeah. I swear to God. Christ almighty. Rude. Oh, right, I did that already. That's dumb of me. I like how the actual challenge is the fucking end of the game. Oh, god damn it! Oh boy. Cutting it close. Fuck. Oh no, we're fine. Good grief. That's so much damage. You're so rude. I do at least appreciate that in the active time battle games, you can actually see when you and enemies are next going. And also, I appreciate that in Final Fantasy X, it shows you the actual turn order. Like, having that be kind of obscured in this is frustrating. If only because in Dungeons and Dragons, you would know the initiative numbers. And here, like, I understand it's a video game, so those, like, dice rolls are abstracted out. Like, I get it. But also... I would like to see the turn order, please and thank you. You'd think it would be a different fight music. Even in this era. Eh. Actually, yeah, let's help there. Haste on you. Yeah. Let's put temper there. And then we'll put haste on. You have haste already. Oh, the only one that doesn't have haste is White Mage. Let's fix that. Motherfucker! Yeah, no fucking shit, it missed. Okay, everyone has haste. Well, except Thief, but we'll fix that momentarily. Out here literally one-shotting my dudes. Stop it! So yeah, let's throw down Proterra, because it's also probably stronger. Haste. Dude, knock it the fuck off. Actually, wait. Yeah, let's just elixir. Elixir. Healaja. Flare. Fuck you! Oh, you're such a little bastard. There we go. That is over 1,000 damage. Let's go. Do Protera. We'll do Temper, and then Protera, and then Haste. So I'm not doubling up. Christ almighty. Are you fucking kidding me? Go fuck yourself. Piss shit, motherfucker. Eat shit! Christ so fucking mighty. Fuck you! Christ so fucking mighty. Eat shit. Ha! Ha! Eat shit! Fuck you, Chaos! I know none of you can see it because I don't want... Like, a face cam would be really hard to set up with my setup. But, like, also I'm flipping off my TV. I'm giving it the double birds. The time loop was severed at last. The endless struggle that raged over 2,000 years had ended, and peace prevailed once more. The light of the four crystals restored the forces of wind, water, earth, and fire. It was a mere trick of fate that had given rise to the chain of Garland's wrath. But magnified by the four forces meant to guide our world, that trick of fate also gave birth to the fiends. Monsters had run rampant as the world sank into darkness. But all that is now past. With the four forces flowing as they were meant, the warriors prepared to cross time and return to the world they knew, a world where Princess Sarah, Queen Jane, and even Garland himself await. When was this faithful day that sent time spiraling into a loop? None can say. It seemed that the cycle into which time had fallen would last forever, but the bravery of 4 young travelers changed that. They took the forces that filled the world with darkness and used them to bathe the world in light. None will ever recall the struggle the 4 endured, for the breaking of the chain means it never existed. But within the tales of fantasy that people tell, the memories of their deeds lives on. Tales of dwarves and elves, of dragons and shining civilizations that reached for the heavens, even as they fell. And now their return is upon us. With the memory of their struggle buried deep in their hearts, they will quietly watch over our world. Remember always that the forces of the world must be used as they were intended, that the power of light must never be used for dark, and that the true crystals reside in your heart. For you are the warrior who crossed time. You are the bringer of light. Well, that completes Final Fantasy 1. Next week, we'll be playing Of the Devil in Ace Attorney-like with Insane Women. And then after that palette cleanser, we will be alternating Final Fantasy 2 and Soul of Sovereignty. So, to keep up with schedule changes, including new times, as I potentially shift things a bit later in the day, you can follow us on Blue Sky at FionaFromTheInter.net. You can also check here, you can follow us on Twitch. You are more than welcome to subscribe, as Paul Henderson did. And I mean, that's game. That's credits. Thank you all for joining me for the first course of Final Fantasy Feast, wherein we killed Chaos. And we finished the first of many, 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 many Final Fantasies.